Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Kwame. I am the Happy Photographer. It's been a while since I made a video like this and I'm really excited because today I'm going to show you from start to finish some pictures. I'm going to process some pictures of a little hike that our family went on over the weekend around here in the Seattle area. So yeah, we're going to just jump right on in. So for this little hike, I was using two cameras, my Sony A7ii full frame camera with the 90mm f2.8 lens on here. That's what this looks like. Really nice camera, really nice lens, I should say. It's not like your typical like walk around lens, but I really do like using this lens to get really nice compression if you're doing landscapes, but especially if you're having people like my wife and son. I'm able to take really nice portraits and stuff like that with this camera. And the other one is my Ricoh GR3X. This little pocket camera is one of the best cameras and one of the best purchases I've ever made. I really like this camera. I love the sharpness of it, and with a 40mm equivalent focal length, you're getting it's not like a wide angle shot. You're not getting a 50mm lens. It's a different look, and I really do like it. I am really thinking hard about getting the Ricoh GR3, the 28mm version of this camera, or getting a new iPhone like the 14 Pro, because I really do like having a wider angle lens with me when we're out and about. I did take some pictures with my iPhone 7 Plus, but they're not the greatest pictures, and I'm not gonna put them in here with this picture haul. So let's jump on into the computer and show you me importing the pictures from my SD cards. All right, so here we are on the computer, and you can see I have the two SD cards over here, and I always label my SD cards. So A7ii, Ricoh GR3X, or Ricoh GR. And then we're gonna come up here to my Lightroom library. This is just a 4TB hard drive. But as you can see, I'm already down to about 500 terabytes left of space. So I'm going to be upgrading my hard drive very soon. And actually I need to turn on Better Touch Tools, so that way, yes, thank you, I can just snap these folders over. So as you can see here, I think I've talked about this before, I break out everything by year and then by month. So we're in September, and then by camera. So now I can come in here and put this one over to the side, and then open up the A7 II first and bring this one over here, and then I can just start dragging and dropping the pictures that I know from this weekend, so the 17th. And really I think, yeah, those are the last ones. So the 17th, come in here, take these and drag them over. All right, so I've moved them all into the correct folder, and now we'll close this off and open up the Ricoh GR3 camera folder. Here, boom, same thing. All right, so I found the pictures from this weekend, and again, it was not exactly where I thought. And because I haven't loaded any pictures from this camera in September, we're just gonna grab all the September pictures, copy them over into here, and put them into the, come on, there we go. My computer is acting real slow. There we go. Put them in the Ricoh GR3X folder. All right, so now that I have everything imported, I'm going to eject both of these and close this up. And now we will open up Lightroom. So Lightroom is what I use to edit and organize all my pictures. It's really to organize all my pictures. It's I've been using it forever. So I have a ton of data in here. However, for today, we're just going to import these pictures. So I just come into here, and I usually just go straight into September. and then wait for the new ones to load up, and then just hit import. Now, if I was just importing from one camera, or I was importing from like one location or something like that, I would then tag these pictures upon import. But because I have pictures from, you know, all over the place, I'm not going to tag them because it would just tag all the pictures. So I'm not going to do that. And we're going to skip these and come down to the photo walk pictures. So let's start here, and let's we can separate these out by camera. So let's look at the Sony camera pictures first. So this was just the first picture I took, and I was trying to see what was on here. Oh, there was a, you're trying to figure out what was on there. Great blue heron was sitting on this pile of this nest over here, but that's not a good picture. So this first place was a nature preserve, and let's see, get back here real quick while this import. So what I'm actually doing, I should say what I'm doing. Whenever I import my pictures, I also do a build one-to-one previews, and I import a the standard look or whatever you want to call it on my pictures. That way it just gets the standard profile. I import the profile, the camera profile, sorry. I import the camera profile to the raw picture, so that way it gives me a baseline of where to start editing the pictures. So while it's doing that, let's come back here. And so the first place we went to was this nature preserve over by our place, and so it's not, you know, the trails are kind of maintained, but there's no paved trails or anything like that. And however, there were a ton of snakes. You know, they're out trying to get the last bit of sun before winter and before fall and winter coming, all that good stuff. So all these snakes are out here, and my wife is not a fan of snakes, and so we went on this walk, and because we saw all these snakes in the beginning, she was already on edge. And then we went into this one area, and it was like this kind of spooky looking place. I'm actually gonna do a video from there hopefully this week. Do like a photo walk video from there. Really cool area, but we didn't last long because my wife was not a fan of this place, but I thought it was really awesome. All right, so let's jump back over to Lightroom. So it's importing. We're about 50% imported, so we can kind of start going through some of these pictures. So you can see all these snakes, and I was trying to capture them. This is using the 90mm A7 II. So I like this one. Again, I'm just doing, whenever I do these first imports, I'm just hitting P to flag it, and then that's like my first run of, do I like it, do I not like it? It's just a quick, I'm not doing any editing or anything like that. I'm just a quick pass of, do I like, do I not like, do I like, do I not like? So go to the next one, out of focus, nope, nope, nope. Nothing there. It's kind of cool, but no. I knew what I was looking at, but I didn't get the picture. This is kind of cool, but no, that doesn't work. This I like. I mean, this 90mm, you can see just that depth of field, that how you can get that nice detail of this leaf. Really cool. And this is what I love using this 90mm lens for, is just getting that compression of this background. Again, I'm not trying to like blow the background out completely. I just love seeing the green and the against these, I'm guessing ash trees. I'm not 100% sure. Sure. No. I think I blew this out, but we'll pick it for now. Yes. Yeah, so this is like, so here you walk through these trees, and it was so cool. I think, yeah, we'll keep this one. It's so cool that you're walking through these trees, and they form this tunnel that you're walking through. It's, again, I will bring you back over here at some point. This is pretty cool. Again, using this 90mm lens, you're getting nice compression when you're shooting, especially when you're shooting through things, or you're trying to do these like little landscapes. This isn't the best example of this. It would be nice if they were these flowers a little bit closer. But even like this macro, these close-up shots of this moss on a twig, that blurred out background, like this. I mean, look at this. This is a really awesome lens, awesome look. I think she turns around. Nope, she did turn around at some point, but I didn't get a picture for her. Actually, go back. This is autofocus, and I like this one. Now, so for this picture, what I should have done is I should have had a tripod and focus stacked, so I could have gotten everything in focus from up front all the way to up to the back. But I didn't, so I really couldn't do that. Now, this is the other park that we went to. I forgot the name of these parks, but again, I will be going back to this location again because it is amazing. And again, 90mm lens. I love doing this type of picture where it's almost like an environmental portrait of this tree, right? That's how I feel when I'm taking these pictures. It's the reason why, like, I love looking at portrait photography, even though I'm not a portrait photographer, but I use it in my landscape and nature pictures where I feel like I'm taking a portrait of this tree here. Now, it's not great because I should have some separation between the tree and this bush, but again, just out and about, I look at this outing as like a scout. I was scouting these locations, and so these are just like quick images that I'm taking. Again, out with a hike with my family too. So that's the most important part of this. I really like some of these pictures here. Don't know what I was taking a picture of there. Anytime I have pictures of my family, I always like it, even if it's like out of focus or something I wouldn't use. I like this. I love the way that this moss, the different colors that you're getting here, and the tones of this. This is one of my favorite pictures. I knew I was gonna like this. Getting the out of focusness of shooting through this greenery here and kind of framing it with this tree. Ideally, it'd be great if I moved over a little bit this way and then framed it in this area, but the way the light was hitting, it was hitting it just right. And again, just using a 90mm lens would have been better to have like a 200mm. Yeah, of course, could have gotten in there nice and tight, but I do like this. I like this one too. So this was shot at f2.8, so sharpness is right there. See what's the difference between, sometimes I would, yeah, so I like, if I'm looking at these three, right, and they're all kind of the same, I usually will go with my first decision, which was this one. But I kind of like how this one is more straight than this one. So I'm actually going to unlike this one and like this one. Now, really what I could do is just pick all three and then come back again and re-edit, go through these again, but I would do it on the front end. Again, when I'm taking these pictures, again, I'm kind of, in my mind, it's like I'm taking an environmental portrait of this tree, like how this one tree has now split into all these multiple trees when it was probably one you know, main root at one point. I'm fascinated by that. Same with this one here, and again, trying to just do justice to the tree and take its picture. Alright, so this was a panoramic, I think. Yeah. So I shoot my panoramics. Now, sometimes I will put like a one finger in front. So let me know like this is the start of a panoramic. But I will always shoot the ground. So I think it starts I'm gonna say here to here, and then you just hit what is it? Command M. Oops, or not Command M. That is to minimize. Control M to merge, and then you will be able to merge into a panoramic. Again, this is why I like using Lightroom. I'm able to do all these quick edits here, not quick, but these edits here in Lightroom. Now I'm actually gonna cancel this because I think it goes even further. I think it's, let's try it from here to here. Let's see if that is all of them. Now, one thing I would say, if a lot of people, and you should do this, this is probably best practice, go through and edit one of your pictures and then apply that edit to the rest of your pictures. And that way you're editing a raw picture and you're getting the most data out of your images. I don't do that. It's, I'm not selling these for commercial prints. This is for my own purpose. So I don't, it doesn't really bother me all that much. So, don't, you can follow the way I'm doing it or not, but yeah, this is how I edit my images. Now, I really don't do much else after that. You could do fill edges or do, boundary warps, all that. I kind of just look at it, looks good to me, hit merge, and then keep moving on. Again, it's probably not the best way of doing it, but that's how I do it. Again, anytime I have pictures of my family, I will. And actually what I should do, and this is bad on me, I will also where is it at? They changed this? Oh, set color label. I set the color label to green. So green is my family pictures label. So if I quickly just look at a color label on a set of pictures, I know, oh, these are family pictures. This is a panoramic. This is something else. Actually, let's just show me all the pictures, and I just want to do the A7ii pictures right now. Color label green. Green. All right, that's all of them. And again, I'm showing you guys real time how I edit my pictures, so I don't want you to think this should be something like quick, fast, in a hurry. Like, it's okay to take your time while you're doing this. And again, this one here, we're gonna hit pick, and then this gets a color label of red, so that way I know it was a panoramic. And obviously I can look and tell that this is a panoramic, but when I take an image like this one here, this was a panoramic that I created, and when I do that, it won't necessarily look like a panoramic image. You see, it looks just like a regular image. So I'm going to hit merge, and when I crop it down, it will be a nice large high resolution image that will look like a 1:1 or a 6:9 or 4:6, sorry, something like that. I can have many different ways of cropping it, but again, I want to make sure that I remember this was a panoramic. And again, when I'm out shooting, I always end my panoramics by shooting at the ground. That way I know what it was. And I'm actually going to use this as a pick. All right, and then let's keep it going here. So again, using this lens, it's a macro lens, but I'm not going up and getting 1:1 macro all the time. I'm using it to get really high detail, like again, portraits of this tree, of this moss, and just trying to get the most detail accurate picture, because I think this is just cool, and it tickles my fancy. This was interesting at the time, but I didn't like it. And again, these three, we will green. This was cool. I'm gonna go kind of quick on some of these, like that one, like this. Again, I love getting these detail pictures of this moss. That looks interesting. And again, even, you know, using this 90mm for, you know, it's traditionally a portrait lens, but even using it to take pictures out and about, you know, for environmental pictures, like portrait pictures, like hiking, you're getting amazing. I mean, look how this depth of field. This is at f3.8 ISO 800, but you're getting a really sharp image of my wife in the with the landscape around her. You know, shallow depth of field. It looks really, really cool. I absolutely love this camera lens combination, and it's pretty much the only lens now I use on that A7 II is the 90mm lens. No. Ooh, I like that one. Again, pictures of them. I pretty much always hit P, and then I always get that. Yeah, I like this one. And again, for me, when I'm looking at this image, I feel like I'm taking a portrait of this rotted out tree stump. So now let's go back to these. Look at Ricoh GR3X, and we'll skip these and come down to here. Again, let's do family pictures. We'll get them out of the way. P. Let's look at these, and again, these are JPEGs, so I'm not gonna have much to tweak. It's like really what I see. I really love this image. This is what I love about that Ricoh GR3X. Is like you're getting, it's not a wide angle lens, but it's like it's what the field of view of what you see, and I absolutely love how that looks. And for me, this is like the perfect camera for quick, you know, you're just out taking pictures. You see something you like, boom, grab it. And like it just makes, even like this picture here, it's like again a portrait of these trees, and this image, this camera, just the detail is just unbelievable. I actually like this. Oh yeah, I like this one better. And again, when you're out and about with family pictures, I always suggest, I said again, like I said it before, but when you're out and about taking pictures and you're like hiking and stuff like that, it's great to do the posed pictures, but also do the environmental, like walking by stuff, giving image, scale, giving your subjects or your family, like sense of scale of where they are. You know, it's nice to have a diverse set of pictures when you're looking back at your like year in review, as all of us do, right? All right, going through here, looking at these pictures again. And for me, the Ricoh GR3 is like, it's such a different point of view than the 90mm A7 II. But I just absolutely love it. Like, again, this here to me is the best used for this camera. Like, I'm out and about, I see something like this, picture of my wife in there, I'll count this as I deliberately wanted her in there. And it's like, that's what I'm just gonna add these because I already know. Pick and green. You know, that's what makes carrying this camera fun. You know, I see something I like and I'm like, boom, I'm just gonna take a picture and capture it. It's gonna be really good. Then I did switch the color profile while we were walking. So I had it on positive film, and then I put it on to vibrant. And for this environment, vibrant was actually the way to go, and I wish I would have switched earlier because it just made this green just really pop. I mean, this is unbelievable what we see here in Washington. Yeah, so here's where I changed it. So you can see here, this is positive film, this is vibrant, and that looks way more like what we saw. It looks dramatic, but it is dramatic. This is why I love living here, you guys. This is the colors that you see, and it's about to start changing colors. So I'm going to start coming out here on a more regular basis, trying to take pictures and shoot video. But yeah, this is, I mean, you can see here, these colors just look amazing. And, I absolutely love what we saw. Now, it is an interesting picture. Now, I'm hoping someone can help me out here. We've been trying to figure out what could make these type of holes. Now, is it just a woodpecker? Because if that's the case, that's really easy. But I've never seen anything. I mean, I have seen things like that before, but I've been very curious. Like, is it a woodpecker? Is it some other kind of animal? Is it some other kind of bird? Like, if you guys know, I would love the help of the internet. I think that is, yeah. So that's all those pictures. So now, what I do next is I will come back to all cameras, come up here to attributes, find the flagged pictures, Command A, and then come down to my collection. So on here I create a collection. So you have your folders up here, but then I also create a collection of each year by month, and I just drag in all my favorites in here, and now I have all these favorites saved in this folder. Now, again, what I will go through and do is start labeling these pictures. So, if it's, I have to remember which parks we were at, I'll put in those tags and keywords. I would do things like, let's just do this. So I'm not going to show you all of them, but let's do attributes. Let's do green. Let's say we're going to take these, and keywords, we're going to say family, 2022, Washington, we were hiking, outdoors, yeah. And then I know all these are tagged now with those keywords. If I ever want to look up any of these keywords, I know I can find some of these pictures. Now, once I put in the actual names of all these locations, then I can filter that out even more. So now when I do that, what's really nice is I filtered out the family pictures, so now I can just see my favorite pictures that are non-family pictures. So it's a really nice way, by doing, like for me, by doing the tagging and the especially sorting by color and that kind of things, I can eliminate or see what type of pictures I want to see, like surface the type of pictures I want to work on or look at any given time. So if there's anytime I just want to see family pictures, I can do that. If I just want to see the pictures of the dogs, I could do that. If I just want to see pictures of my kid or my wife or just myself, like I can filter out those pictures, work on those, and then not get bogged down by seeing all the pictures and filling that overwhelm. So for me, doing it this way, like importing my pictures this way and spending the time to go through, liking the ones I like. And again, this is just a high level start. This, isn't the final selection. But if I did want to, let's say, edit one through all the way. So let's edit this one here real quick. Now this one, the reason why I shot this is because I wanted to try to get a little wider angle, because this was what I initially took a picture of and I just knew it wasn't wide enough. So I shot here. I'm just gonna hit R to crop in. I don't know why it's R, but R to crop in. And using the if you have this little lock here locked, then it will keep it at its original aspect ratio, but I don't want that. I want to do a freehand aspect ratio, because since I shot this as a panoramic, I can kind of edit it however I like. Now I will do a lens correction, and then also rotate this. There we go, a little bit more straight, and then see, go like this. I think I want this to be more of a square, so let's do it 1-to-1. Something like this. Yeah, so I like that. And again, this just gives me, if you're looking at this one, it's a little tight, and this just gives me a little bit more breathing room when I'm looking at this tree here. And then first thing I like to do, come down here, and do the white balance. So I start with auto, see what that gives me. I do want to warm it up just a little bit more. And then I also come up here and I like looking at the different profiles. I love, for this one, I think we're gonna go with the Fuji X Pro 2 Velvia. I believe I talked about these profiles before that I picked up for Sony cameras. They are amazing. It gives you the look and feel of some of the Fuji cameras, and from people who do own Fuji cameras and do own Sony cameras, they say you cannot tell a difference. Obviously, you're gonna tell a difference somewhat, but I really do like using these profiles. You still need to kind of edit your picture, but I'm just gonna pull back the magenta a little bit here, and then I would do auto here first. Oops, see what that does. How's the before, after? If I undo, redo. Alright, I like that. We're gonna tone down the vibrance just a little bit, tone down the saturation a little bit, but yeah, that looks pretty good. And then the only other thing I wanted to add is a slight vignette, just to draw in the eye more to this area. Now there is more I could do to this picture. If I really wanted to draw the eye into like just this area, you could add one of these radiant filters. Do something like this, bring it up here, and then invert the mask, and then you could, bring the exposure down a little bit, bring the shadows down a little bit more, and then you're kind of really forcing the eye like that. I mean, I could do that, but again, if you hit the back slash button before, after, I think it's, again, I think it's a little bit too vibrant. I'm just gonna tone it down, tone those greens down just a little bit more, and I can actually come down here into the color and just knock the greens down. There we go. That looks much better. There we go. So again, before, after. I really do like this picture. So yeah, that is what the final image looks like. Alright, so thank you for, if you've made it all the way to the end of this video. I know this has been a longer video, but I want to show you what it looks like from start to finish when I'm editing pictures and importing them and all that good stuff. I hope it wasn't too intimidating. I want you to know, like, editing pictures is fun, especially if you cull the ones that you like, get rid of the ones you don't like, and then you just are able to look at and enjoy your pictures. It's really not hard. Again, I use Lightroom because you saw everything I could do within there, and that's just a really simple edit. That's nothing like pulling it into Photoshop or anything like that, which you can totally do, but I really do like using Lightroom, and it's really simple and all that good stuff. Thank you as always for watching this video. If you like this type of content, please hit the like and subscribe button. Also, I have a podcast where you can learn more about not just like the ins and outs of Photoshop or something like that. I want to talk about photography as a lifestyle and just the reasons why you should be taking more pictures and getting hopefully giving you tips and tricks to get better at taking daily pictures of your life, and also sharing the things, the struggles that I have with photography. And I think in this last video podcast, I talked about some of the reasons why I haven't been taking as many pictures as I took before. So yeah, if you're interested in that, I will leave a link down below. Thank you as always for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye bye.